Oh, good morning campers, welcome back to another portion of the Daily Meat, the best daily broken down van life channel on the whole of YouTube. We don't mess around on here. Anyway, today is Monday, 13th of July 2026, start of another working week. I need to see what's going on with the Audi TT, not heard anything for, nearly a week, so I'm going to go and investigate that this morning. Because I need a whip to drive around in. I got my mechanic coming this evening to diagnose the meat wagon once again, see why we've got more issues. And I need to go to a shop. I need to get some food. I need to take Bruno for a walk. Just the usual daily stuff that we do on the Daily Meat. So it's quite a refreshing 21 degrees Celsius today at the Manifesto Homestead. We've got a blanket of cloud there. It's be windy, but it's going to be sunny a bit later on. Need to jump in the meat wagon, take a little gingerly drive down to the garage and see what's occurring with the Audi. Meat wagon ain't broke down. It's just sounding a bit strange and we're leaking some oil, but nice little cruise down to the garage should be fine. And I may need to go to a shop in the meat wagon as well, because one downside with living in the countryside, your local supermarket's not so local. We've got quite a bit of distance and a bit too far to walk and or use a push bike. Okay, just popped into the garage and he's still working on the Audi. He's having a bit of a nightmare with it. He's currently got the engine running with something on the pedal to get the revs high. And I felt it blowing out cold air, ice cold air conditioning. So the trouble is, you start driving it and the air conditioning just goes warm. He's changed the pressure switch, he's done a few other things, he's taken the gas in and out, put in different weights. You don't know what it is. So I've got to use the meat wagon to go to a shop quickly. So that's a bit of a bummer. But he's going to give me a call later on with the Audi. And while I'm cruising through downtown along Sutton, I can hear that vibrating noise on the engine. What am I doing? 1200 revs. That seems to be the range where it does it. Yeah, as soon as you're around that 1200 mark. There. I actually think it's getting a bit worse. So as soon as you're above that, it's fine. We'll take it very gingerly. I'll just go to Audi in Hull Beach. There you go. Oh. Meat wagon don't sound happy. But just as I was pulling out the garage where the Audi is, I noticed he has a little section where he has his Part X's normally. And I did just spot a 55 plate Ford Focus estate there. I may inquire about that later, because them Focuses are decent little motors. Reliable. And it's an estate. Potential car camper, maybe? We'll have a word later, see what he says. As we're hitting the A17 on a Monday morning. Quite busy, actually. A recovery truck in front of us. I feel the Toyota owner's pain. It's very relatable. So now we're cruising. We're limping along in the meat wagon. Not getting cut up at the last minute by any chances in cabriolets. Just rocking a steady 50 miles an hour. Now I used to buy and sell cars, and I used to tend to stick with Fords, sort of Ford Focus, Fiestas, Mondeos, that kind of thing. If you get one of them 1.8 Zetec engines, they got a timing chain on them. I believe they're a Mazda engine. They are pretty reliable. The 1.6s are good as well. A little bit underpowered, but they have cam belts. Or even the TDI, the 1.8 TDI. Good little engine, so... Yeah, we used to have one of them estates. 55 plate. I think that was a 1.6. Good little reliable motor. Don't really tend to go wrong, very easy to work on, parts are cheap, and that could be a potential car camper. That could be very interesting. Like I've said recently, the meat wagon is not getting any younger. It's getting a little bit more demanding as the years go on. I think I need a bit more of a daily, as opposed to keep using the meat wagon. Because 2026, yeah, the meat wagon's been a little demanding. Just a bit demanding on the old shillings. And having an estate car would also be good just for daily in with Bruno, so he can have a nice little play area in the back there. There's options. We're going to keep an eye out for another vehicle. No rush at the minute. Just, you know. Yep. So we're back at Deutsch's finest, Audi in Hull Beach. Just rolling the meat wagon in. Our shopping trip is complete. I got some baps. I got some bacon. I got some egg. I got some brown sauce. So, yep. Let's go back to the Homestead. Oh, also got some milk. Got some tea bags. So yeah, let's go back to the Homestead. Bacon and egg bap. And a nice cup of tea. And then we're gonna not drive the meat wagon anymore. Not till we get it looked at. But the sun's starting to pop out now. Got a bit of blue sky, so I could also carry on charging up the Vtoman power station. Well, we are back at the Homestead. The sun is shining. A little bit of cloud in the sky. As you can see, there's quite a strong wind here. So yeah, we're a little way up the garden. Still a bit further to go up there, but for today we're going to have a little picnic here, and I'm thinking I'm going to put the solar panel in front of the meat wagon. We'll get a bit of charge into the Vtoman power station. We got it up to 30% yesterday. Oh, it's quite warm. So I'm going to set the solar panel up, and then we'll have a bacon and egg bap. Oh yeah. So I decided to put the solar panel to the side of the van because the cables are that side, and then we can keep the power station in the van. So there's a bit of cloud knocking about, so it does keep dipping in and out. So we're currently pulling in just under 150 watts of power. Not bad at all. So we'll keep an eye on that. Get a bit of that free energy from the sun. Well, we are in the back of the meat wagon. Got one of the back doors open, got the side door open, and the windows and stuff, trying to get a bit of airflow in there. It's actually quite warm today in the midday sun, but it's lunchtime campers. So here we go, we've got some smoked back bacon, we've got some British free range eggs and some wholemeal baps. I'm going to size my baps, campers. And a bit of Daddy's style British classic brown sauce. So I think what I'm going to do is slice up a couple of baps. I'm quite hungry, so I'm going to have 2 baps. I'm going to cook the eggs first on the Ridge Monkey, get that all prepared. And then after that we'll cook the bacon and have a good old nosh down on a bit of a breakfast bap. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is put a bit of heat to them eggs, followed by a bit of bacon meat. Oh yeah. Well, I just had to pull the back door to a little bit. It was getting quite breezy in here. Just put the bacon in the Ridge Monkey. Sizzling away nicely. Eggs are done. I must say, cooking eggs in a Ridge Monkey, very difficult. I think at some point I may just get a normal frying pan for in here, because it would make this way easier. The Ridge Monkey can be a little sticky. Even though I put oil on, it can get a little sticky. While we're waiting for the bacon to cook, just boiling up some water. Have a nice cup of tea. Right, start layering on the bacon now. Look at that. Nice spot of lunch on a Monday afternoon. Look at that. Wholemeal baps, drizzle with some brown sauce, got some egg, bacon, seasoned the egg with a bit of pepper there. We got a tea brewing at Campers. Food fit for a champion. There you go, Campers. Just put the hat on my bacon roll. Look at that pork flappage hanging out the side of there. Oh, anyway, my mouth's watering. Good health, Campers. So I woke up today with a craving for a bit of bacon and egg, and I've certainly delivered today. That is damn good. So when you're doing a bit of van lifing, look at the flappage on that egg. You don't need overcomplicated food. Nice simple food, bacon, egg. We're in our own garden. Life's good, Campers, life's good. And we've got a piping hot cup of tea. Cheers. Oh, lovely. Well, the bacon and egg double penetration baps have gone. I could eat that again. And you know what? I think we will tomorrow, because I've still got some more bacon. I've still got more eggs. And I've still got 2 more baps. So, yep. The temperatures in the meat wagon are definitely a bit more favourable than they were last week. By a good 10-20 degrees. So while we're cooking our lunch, we've got the power station up to 37% now. Pulling in now 135 watts of power. I must admit, and bacon bats were good. They were good. So I'm just going to finish drinking my travel mug of tea. And I may have afternoon snoozy time in the back of the meat wagon. It's Monday after all, you know what I mean? It's a very stressful day. Yep. It's just coming up to 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's been pretty cloudy this afternoon. I've had the solar panel out. I did give it a little manoeuvre, change position, but yep, let's see how much power we got into the power station. We're currently sitting at 60%, getting in 34 watts of power. So what's that, about 4-5 hours? We got 30% in. Not bad for a cloudy day. Maybe another good sunny day. I think it is supposed to be clear tomorrow. We can get that up to 100%. I need to start packing this away, because my mechanic is due soon, and I need to get the van back down by the Homestead and get it into service mode. Well, Campers, we're having a late night bit of dogging action. Look at that, best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. Anyway, mechanic has been round and he has found the issue. Look at that tensioner pulley just there. It's a little bit on the wiggle. You can see the belt starting to slide off. So we need a new tensioner pulley, and behind that there's an idler pulley as well. We need to replace both of them. And he's saying the oil leak. It is leaking there and there. He said when he put it on it was a bit funky to get on. So he said it's probably kinked a bit. So, yep. That is the issues, which we can easily sort out. I've just got to order the pulley kit. It's about 100 quid. Ooh, a little bit of a sunset there with the clouds. A bit windy. So it's okay to drive for a little bit, just don't go far. And said what you need to do with them covers is get some super glue, take the cover off, just get a couple of dabs of super glue just to make sure that that gasket holds in place when you put it on, because it is a bit awkward to get in. So I'm gonna probably do that myself. Order the tensioner pulleys, and when they're done, we'll whip them on. So, yep. Oh man, it's cold. So hopefully that will be the meat wagon sorted. Yeah, I've done the valve covers on. I've replaced the valve cover gaskets on them 2.5s before, and they are a bit of a wiggle to get them on. They are quite tight. But hopefully that sorts the issue out. I did have somebody comment in saying you need to seal them in certain places. Oh, check that out. Oh man, That wind is a bit chilly tonight. Just trying to get back up by the trees, get out of the wind a bit. Yeah, so when he installed the valve cover gasket last time, I think he may have been rushed just a wee tad. So we'll take it off tomorrow, give it a thorough clean up, and then get that back on. Hopefully that sorts out the oil leak. But yeah, the tensioner is twisted a bit. So that's probably what caused the belt to strip out last time. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to Cornwall anytime soon, puppy. Not until the meat wagon is 100% back up to par. Oh, look at all the plums. I think this week we'll possibly be camping locally, maybe up the garden. We may use the meat wagon, depends what the weather's like. It's a bit windy and cold tonight. We may try the tent, see how the weather's doing. It's very cold and windy tonight. Just a few issues, so just a few minor issues with the meat wagon. We'll have a back up and running in no time. Get myself an apricot. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's portion of the daily meat. So tomorrow we'll have another tat around with the van. So I never heard back about the Audi. So clearly he didn't get that fixed today either. That's about it really. At least I can still sort of drive the meat wagon. Just need to get some super glue tomorrow and we'll have a go at sorting out the valve cover. Anyway, that'll do it for today. I'm going to walk Bruno back, eat my apricot, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another portion of the daily meat. Very nice. Thanks for watching. See you all then. Stay meaty.